This video demo will show you how to send messages to other transaction members within Resio's messaging system. And those people will receive emails with the messages that you send. Those people can reply back directly in their email client, and the messages will automatically show up here within Resio. Using the messaging system within Resio is significantly better than sending traditional emails to people, because not only will those people still receive emails when you send a message to them from Resio, but the message will also get recorded here within Resio. So for auditing purposes and legal and liability purposes, you can much more easily track your email conversations and messaging communication that you have for each transaction when you use the messaging feature within Resio. Also, when it comes time to have your files reviewed, instead of having to go and track and forward all of your emails or print all of your emails and keep track of which transactions they're for, you will know which transactions are for because each message that gets sent is directly in the transaction that you're sending it from. Okay, so to get started sending messages and emails to transaction members from within Resio, make sure you're in the Messages tab of whichever transaction you want to send a message to. Then go into the To field and either type in the name of the person or their email address. In this case, I'm going to send a message to Ted Thompson. Now you can add multiple people to a message, and all those people will receive an email with that message. In this case, I'm just going to send it to Ted. Then enter in a subject line, so I'll say, please give me a call later today. And then the body of the message, I'll say, give me a call when you have a chance. Thanks. And I click the send button over here. Now Ted, over here, will receive an email with this message that I sent. And I'm going to go into the email client here in a moment as Ted and show you that Ted received an email with that message. But you can also see that the conversation log gets recorded over here, time date stamped with exactly what time and day that message was sent. Okay, so now I'm in Ted's email. So if you recall, Mark sent a message to Ted saying, give me a call when you have a chance today. Right, so I'm Ted now, and logged in as Ted in my email, and here's the email that I received from Mark saying, please give me a call today. So now the recipient, in this case Ted, all Ted has to do is click reply in his email and say, sure, I'll give you a call later today. And I'll delete the signature line here. Okay, and I'll say Ted. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to send this message, again, as if I was Ted, back to Mark, who is the recipient, okay? And at this point now, I'm going to go back into my Resio transaction. So again, here was the original message I sent to Ted, and if I click the refresh button, here is the message back from Ted saying, sure, I'll give you a call later today, signed by Ted. So that conversation now is getting logged in here. And so what was great, as you saw, is that I was able to send an email to somebody from Resio by sending a message here within Resio. That person received an email, just as if I had sent them a regular email. And when that person replied back, not only will I receive an email back with their message, but it will also get logged in the correct conversation thread in the correct transaction. So as you can tell, this is a significantly better way to email people and to send messages to people in a transaction than via traditional email, because again, your entire conversation log will get recorded in the transaction. So when it comes time for auditing, or when it comes time to have your file reviewed, again, you don't have to be keeping track of all your emails and try and store them into which transactions they're for, or to print them out or forward them or whatnot. They're all stored for you automatically in the transaction, and people can reply back in the email just as if they had received an email. So that is a great, great way, and this is a great way to manage all your messaging and communication within Resio. Just one other quick note, that after you have one message that you've sent out in a transaction, from that point on, then click the New Message button to be able to send a new message to a transaction member. You can also click on any transaction thread over here in the Messages section, and it will open up that entire conversation thread that you've had with those transaction members. And again, you can send messages and emails to more than one transaction member at a time and have them reply back in their email and have those messages show up here in Resio. And that's how you use the messaging function within Resio.